Happy Tuesday, writers. Today for writing workshop, you're going to need your writing notebook, pencil, the blue and the red crayon, and your green ELA resource folder. Go ahead and open up your resource folder, and then you're going to take out the remaining pages from the first section that say features of an opinion essay. Then you have two examples that we're going to work on today. The remaining pages keep inside your green folder. Make sure that your green folder stays in your anchor binder and place that back in your basket so you can have it for tomorrow. Then in your writer's notebook, we're going to go ahead and open up. We have finished our section on creating our paragraphs, and now we're transitioning into writing about an opinion. So we're going to go ahead to the next page. So last week, our last paragraph that you wrote on your own was your favorite weekend activity. You should have had your prompt, which was then followed by your idea web, your planning sheet with your two boxes and your bulleted points. You then had your own essay or your paragraph that was written using our color coding. So we're going to now use the right side to then label this as page 34. So turn back to your table of contents. We're going to start our next part of our unit on opinion essays. So we're going to write opinion, writing, introduction. So this is going to be just a very brief introduction today, and we're going to be continuing on in this next unit on how to identify what an opinion is and what's the difference between an opinion and facts, and then how to then create an opinion essay. Today's date is 10-13-20. Go ahead, turn back to today's page. We're going to take our introduction paper, features of an opinion essay. So go ahead and turn it over. Use your glue stick. Use your glue stick to make your frame. Crisscross. And then go ahead and turn it over. Then turn the page. And we're going to then fill in. Let's do the one that says how much recess is enough. We'll go on the left side, and is technology in the classroom safe on the right. So if you notice, I turned both of them. So when I turn my notebook, I can read both of them because the writing is facing me. So take the first one, the recess page, use your glue stick just like we have done in the past. Crisscross, smooth it down. And then the same thing with the second page. So today we're just going to briefly touch upon what is an opinion paragraph, because we're going to then start developing how to identify what an opinion essay is and how do we create it. So we're going to turn back to our information sheet. We're going to use our highlighter. So we're going to highlight features of an opinion essay. Then we're going to take our other two highlighters to highlight some of the bolded words. So the first part says it introduces a clearly stated and strongly maintained opinion. So we want to make sure that we highlight those bolded words. So it's clear and it's strongly maintained opinion. So when we talk about what an opinion is, we need to make sure that throughout an opinion essay, it is shown throughout. The next part says it creates an organizational structure in which logical progression of ideas creates a coherence and completeness to support the writer's purpose. So we will be focusing on our structure, so how we put together and develop our essay so it makes sense, so that's logical, and it gives a clear purpose for what we intend our reader to understand. The next part says it develops thorough and convincing evidence with relevant facts. So we're going to highlight where it says thorough and convincing evidence and relevant facts. So it has definitions, concrete details, quotations, and examples with references to sources. This is what is going to be the difference between where you were coming from writing a paragraph and where we are going to transition into. So we're going to reference the sources. So we're going to be given writing or reading passages that we have to then use as our evidence, but citing those sources with that, within our writing. The next part says it uses clear and effective expression. So we're going to once again highlight those bolded words, clear and effective expressions of ideas using precise language and content-specific words clearly appropriate for the audience and the purpose. So we talked about the importance of using specific or precise language within our reading. So when we described who our characters were, using character traits and telling our readers who those characters were, we also have to then transition to use this within our writing. So be very specific, using appropriate language and vocabulary, knowing who our intended audience is going to be. The next part says it uses a variety of transitional strategies. So transitional strategies are how we move from one idea to the next to clarify the relationships between and among ideas. So relationships between, so talking about the similarities of ideas, linking our reasons and evidence to back up or to support our opinion that we're trying to describe to our reader. And it provides satisfying conclusion related to the opinion. So once again, the importance of our conclusion, that's going to reiterate our topic that we're going to be writing about. Go ahead and now turn the page to the 2 examples. So these are known as our opinion paragraphs. So remember, we're moving from a paragraph that we've been working on for several weeks into transitioning into a longer multi-paragraph essay. So today we're just going to use these as an example to then see where those opinions are stated and what evidence is supported. So within our first one, it says begin your paragraph with a claim and follow it up with reasons and evidence to support your claim. So if your prompt was how much recess is enough, we're going to write the word prompt. That's the question that they intend for us to answer within the paragraph. And it started with many schools now only have 1 recess during the school day. Recess was cut out in order to give students more learning time in class. Many parents, teachers, and kids want more recess to have time to socialize and get their energy out. Studies have shown that play also helps students learn important skills. Should we have more recess during the school day? If so, how much recess is enough? So within our prompt, we were told that we were answering how much recess is enough. We then were given a written paragraph that is going to be used in writing a paragraph about the opinion we might have about how much recess is enough for students. So this is just a sample of when we're given a reading passage to help us to develop our opinion. The next example that you could be given for a prompt asking for your opinion could have been focused on, is technology in the classroom safe? The passage then says more and more classrooms are getting tablets, computers, and other technology for students to use. Some people are concerned that this technology might not be safe because students access the internet on these devices. Many people disagree that this technology is unsafe. They say that students are educated on how to use these devices safely. Do you think that technology in the classroom is safe? So you are given 2 different prompts with information that's going to help back up. Today, you are going to pick one of the prompts to write more about. So once you've decided which prompt you're going to use your highlighter and then highlight the prompt that you're going to use. So I might choose, is technology in the classroom safe? I then am going to use my next page to write about it. So I'm going to use this page to show my planning. So we know that technology is going to be the focus. I want you to come up with a reason why or why not you think technology is considered safe in the classroom. So in the idea web, you're going to write technology if you pick this prompt, and then you say is safe or isn't safe. So Mrs. Lang's going to put is safe. And then I would come up with reasons why I think that this is going to be the opinion that I want to support. So you might come up with 6 ideas using evidence from the text that we just read together. You are then going to create your planning sheet, which is your topic box. So taking your prompt and rewriting it to include your opinion today, then you're going to come up with 3 reasons, and each of those 3 reasons are going to be supported with evidence. So the evidence can come straight from the text. It can come with your explanation of why that reason is important. And then you're coming up with a conclusion sentence that you're going to use. You're not going to actually write your paragraph today. You're just doing the planning of the paragraph. So this is going to be a writing sample of what do you know at the beginning of this unit of how to create an opinion writing based on what you've been taught about how to develop a well-constructed paragraph, taking the prompt and the information that's in the prompt to then use when you're doing your planning. So remember, you were given 2 possible prompts to write about today. You are asked to pick the one that you want to plan for today, highlight the prompt that you choose, then take that information and you're going to create an idea web based on your opinion to that prompt question. Then fill out your topic sentence that includes your opinion, write your 3 reasons with your explanations or evidence, and then create a conclusion. Today, when you're finished, you're going to take a picture of your completed planning sheet, both of the prompts that were given to you to choose between, and your opinion essay introduction. Submit all of the pictures, including the completed page, to today's lesson.